What is good, everyone? Welcome back to another trade recap. I ended up taking one trade on ES today. Ended up being a beautiful trade, and this was the trade I took. Before we get onto the trade recap, I'm gonna show you guys a P&L so you guys know I'm not like capping or something. All right. Anyway, let's start with the bias. Coming into the day, I was extremely bullish on ES and on NQ. On NQ, we were consolidating, and I was expecting us to trade lower and then trade higher. And a similar situation with ES as well. I was expecting us to take down the low over here and then trade higher. So going into the 15-minute time frame, we were anyway reacting. We were kind of forming like what's it called, like an AMD model, where we were consolidating over here and they could be manipulated lower, and then I was kind of expecting a distribution at open anyway. Okay, let's get to 9:30. So we just ripped like crazy at open. Just one more thing I wanted to add. At pre-market, when I was sending out my daily bias on my Discord, I saw this 5-minute inversion. I was gonna take it, right? Like I was super confident in this trade just because we had traded lower. We wicked into this 5-minute fair value gap, which was in discount, and we got a lot of displacement as well. So I was about to take it towards all-time highs. But the only thing is I don't trade pre-market, so I kind of faded the setup. But it ended up playing out. So anyway, W trade, I guess. And let's get to the trade I took. So we were just trading higher at open, just kept trading it and trading. And finally, we opened up this tiny little 5-minute gap. And I simply told everyone who was on the live stream, I want to see us trade lower and then get some sort of inversion to the upside. And I'm going to go break even at all-time highs and try and get like a 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.7. Given the amount of displacement we're getting, I'll manually close a trade or like trail my stop or something like that, right? And then so when we go down to the lower time frame, we were nicely accumulating over here, and we got that nice manipulation inside that unfilled 5-minute gap, and which is what presented over here. We manipulated inside this 5-minute gap, and I was simply just waiting for an inversion, and the highest time frame inversion was this 2-minute, and yeah, we got the 2-minute inversion right there. I entered. My entry was somewhere around here, I guess. Yeah, and I went break even at, this was my break even, which is all-time highs, and was targeting like a 1 to 1.7, I think, 1.75. Anyway, yeah, and then simply just let the trade play out. Yeah, at the start we were accumulating a lot, just up and down, no clear direction. But what I told everyone was, oh yeah, my entry was somewhere around here actually, in fact, yeah. What I told everyone was, if we get some sort of displacement candle through these highs, I'll be confident in the trade. Or the other thing I was expecting was we could simply just stop me out, tap into the 15-minute, resweep the 5-minute, and trade higher. So which is why I went like a bit low in risk on this trade. But since we're extremely bullish, I'm not expecting resweeps and us tapping into 15-minute fair value gaps. Like it's very, very rarely that's happening these days, just because we're at all-time highs, right? And we got this strong candle closure, kind of broke out of this range. And so by then I was quite confident in the trade. I was going to move my stop to break even once I took out these highs, but then I told myself ES is extremely bullish compared to NQ, so ES is most likely to take out all-time highs before NQ does. So which is why I didn't go break even over here, so because I kind of expected price to go towards all-time highs for sure on ES, just because the way we were trading on ES, we had way more strength for bullish price action. And yeah, so we came back to my break-even point, started shopping around, and we tapped into this tiny little 1 minute gap over here. And yeah, and it ended up respecting that gap like beautifully during all of these wicks and stuff. And I think, yeah, so after this, I've had some confidence in the trade. And yeah, went break even at that high, let it play out, and eventually hit my TP. And just like that. So overall, not the cleanest setup, but given these conditions, I would consider this an A+ setup. Why? Because first of all, bias is super clear. We're just trading higher. And second of all, we traded into a 5 minute gap and we got a V-shaped recovery out of it. Clear break-even point as well, and good volume coming into the market as well. So yeah, I would still rate this an A+ during all-time highs conditions. If this was any other day, I would have completely avoided taking this setup. And also keep in mind, during this time, NQ had come down into discount, and there's this 5 minute inversion. So I told everyone on Discord, if we inverse this 5 minute on NQ, I will be super confident with my trade on ES. And we inversed it, and then we ended up ripping. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys learned something out of this. I'll be posting trade recaps pretty much every single day. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe, do whatever you guys want to. Join my Discord, free live trading every single day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow if I do take a trade.